really don't know what it means.
Okay, there we go, Allison. It finally clicked in.
Okay. Well, hello, everybody.
Hello, Allison.
Don't,
Hi.
don't mind my voice. I woke up this morning and I couldn't talk and I'm sicker than a dog. So I don't know if I got this traveling or what. But anyway, I'm excited to be back. And I'm sure you've all seen how wonderful Fling was. It was, I swear, every year it gets better and better. No matter how many years you're in the business, you always come away with something new, some new ideas. And everybody shares ideas with each other. It's been amazing. So I'm going to just go through my notes real quick. And if you have any questions, because Sonia, maybe you can help if I leave something off. Okay.
Okay, we'll see.
There's no way I'm going to cover everything because there was so much training, but I'm just going to give you some bullets here. So they're not going to have any price increases. The wax prices they are paying have doubled. They had raised their prices last January, and that was the first time in how many years, Kathy? I don't even remember. A long time.
10, 12, yeah, many years.
So they're going to kind of watch the third quarter with some volume, but right now their plan is just to leave the prices, even though that wax price doubled. They're going to try to keep everything the same and not try to bump up, the prices at all. I want to congratulate Sonia. She went up there and she got her award for top, her seller circle. Congratulations, Sonia.
Thank
We're
you.
very proud of you to represent our team there, and you did great. So Jim, the fragrance guy, was there. The guy Bob works with at the fragrance company. This guy works with the big candle companies, and he's very knowledgeable. And he had his assistant there that's actually the, what do you call it, Sonia? The smeller, or
aroma something, but I don't know the name.
Yeah. And Jim said that Mia Bella is the cleanest burning, the best burning candles to work with that they sell to, which he said it's the best wax of any candle company. These are big candle companies that they work with. So that was good to hear. So the thing is too, I know it's a little confusing with the fragrance categories they're coming out with the new labels. There's going to be 5. There's going to be floral, fresh, fruity and citrus, masculine, and sweet and spicy. Now, the whole idea of this is they've been studying not only our Kim and everybody at corporate, but also Jim has been working with them. They've been studying labels and what's the new trend with labels and what are people looking for. And you can't keep the same label year after year. And the labels they're finding with the pictures of the scents, like if an apple candy, you have a big apple on the label, those are not as appealing anymore as these newer, simpler labels. They're looking for monochromatic colors, simplicity, the clean lines, simple looks, and they're not going to have pictures of, the fragrance anymore for most of them. And so they're going to do 5 different designs, and they're going to change the colors of the labels to complement the wax. So what they're going to do is, and Kathy brought this up too, because it's a little confusing, but they're going to grab the strongest notes out of a category, and that's the one it's going to go in. Because I noticed this when I do vendor shows too. You could put the candles by color, you can put it by fragrance, but when you have a special label showing floral and all these florals together, it draws people to that section that they're most interested in, and they get to sample all the florals. These new labels, if you look at pictures of other big candle companies, you'll see that their labels are getting simpler and simpler, and more refined. And, you know, they're not with all these pictures on them anymore. It's also going to show the natural palm wax on all the labels too. It's a slow transition, of course, you know, to get into the new labels. They'll probably be all going by next year. And next year in the summer, 2023, they're going to go with the 3 beach candles. One's going to be beach, driftwood, and sea salt vanilla. And we got to sample these. They have little samples. They're going to tweak a little bit, give a little more coconutty in one. And they were getting feedback from all the distributors, but they smelled so good. And we really don't have any beach fragrances, you know. A lot of people like that, those type of fragrances. So this will be a new line we'll be getting out. Excuse me. The fall winter fundraising. They're going to have the wood lid on all the candles. A new line for that. It's not really new, but it's called Holiday Pear, which they have in our Orchard collection now. And Holiday Pear is actually Days of Christmas that we had before, but it'll be in a different label, a different jar. That will be in the fall winter fundraising. And the new Stress No More with the new labels will be in there too. The new fundraising flyers and the fragrance notes are available now. We have this 15-cent samples for $17.95, and they have the new fundraising forms now for $11.95. And as you saw, the No More candles have new labels. The Stress No More, Odor No More, and the Bugs No More. And there's been a very, very positive feedback on their change out there when everybody saw them. So I think they look just more simple, but I think they look really cute. The product guides, well, the fall one will be coming out at the beginning of August. You know, these are the ones that you can print off and give along with your catalog, because the catalog's an annual catalog. So we have 4 product guides a year. And this is, of course, the summer one. So they'll be putting that in there soon with the new fragrances, you know, that they showed, the salted caramel apple, the root beer, things like that. The tobacco cognac is Havana Nights. And as you saw, they changed the label on that. They have the new fall fragrance, caramel pecan roll, which is formerly the pecan pie. So that's the same one, but it's a different label, and it's got the wood lid and everything. And like I said, all the fall candles will go into those wood lids. The August fragrance of the month is the salted caramel apple. The new limited edition, which will be available August 1st, is the root beer float. And oh, that smells so good. It was, I was very impressed with that. And then this one here is coming out in September. I don't know a date on it, but this is spiced vanilla. That'll be coming out.
I love that.
They're going to have two new mini melts added. So there's going to be a total of 10 different scents you could choose from in the mini melt. We have the cinnamon vanilla and the night before Christmas will be coming out. Now they have a couple new trifold brochures available now in your back office. They're under other products. They have a really nice custom label trifold that you could share with people to do custom labels, whether it be for, you know, a group or a store or whatever, you know, a sports team. So these are really nice little custom labels they have available, along with new business opportunity trifolds. Now I use those all the time. When I get a lead and I get their address, I'll go ahead and send them out the business opportunity trifold in a regular envelope. It's only 1 stamp, and I send it out with my little scent burst. It's flat, so it doesn't cost extra to make. because you really don't want to get into sending melts and everything like that, because the postage now is so much money. So these make a great tool, and they're not expensive. They also have a new site you can go to order shirts, table runners, hats, and Mia Bella anything. They will even make something if you don't see it on the website. So if you go into the Light Your Dream Team group, I think I hashtag Mia Bella logo. That is where you will see how to get, how to go to the website and contact the person in charge to ask about things that maybe she's not showing on the website that you'd like her to make for you. So she's available to make just about anything that says Mia Bella on it. And then you saw that we have the air fresheners for the car again. They're the sweet orange and chili pepper. They're called Bella Blast, and they're available August 1st. Wholesale, they're $1.40, retail, they're $2.99. So you'll see those coming out soon in your back office.
Awesome.
Yeah, they're really nice. And next year's Fling, if you didn't see it yet, is going to be in Chandler, Arizona, July 22nd to 23rd. So it's going to be at a beautiful place there in Chandler. They're doing it at a different location, so they're going to. It's available now. You can actually sign up. I think in August they're going to do a 3-month only, where you can do a payment plan only in August. So if it's something you want, and you have till, I think they said May, if for some reason you had to cancel, they will refund all your money. So don't be afraid not to sign up early, because you could use that payment plan thing if you do it in August and make 3 payments instead of 1 full payment to help with that. They're doing a meeting in Chandler, Arizona. Bob, Charlie are coming down there. If you know anybody in Arizona, distributors or people that might be looking at the business opportunity, it's a great way for them to go and learn more, even though maybe you can't be there, because they don't have to buy anything. Guests are free. You know, I think it's $20 for a distributor, but they'll talk to your people and answer all your questions. And it's a great informational meeting for anybody. There's going to be other ones popping up too. I know Callie's doing one in Colorado. I'm going to do one in Northwest Illinois, and I'm going to talk to a gal in Indiana. She's interested in starting one up. So there's going to be more of these little pop-ups, and it's a great way to meet other distributors and bring in guests and just have a good time. I'm sorry, Penny Blank's barking. She's so tough. So there was so much wonderful training. The fundraising, I picked up a lot of good information for that. They have a checklist, a new checklist. If you're interested in fundraising, there's a training on how to do it in your back office under resources and recorded webinars. A wonderful training on how to do fundraisers. Then they have the master lists and all that you could download, but that's in the Bella Builders group. So they were talking about how they find these fundraisers and things, and I never really looked into it, but I'm going to start doing it more. Just Google area clubs or area sports teams or church groups or schools or even hardship needs club teams like soccer and track, things like that. Just Google club teams in your area, because a lot of these clubs, and I didn't know this either, these kids and parents have to pay a lot of money to be in these sports clubs or band clubs or whatever it is. They have to come out with all these individual fees that they have to cover. So if you reach out and just share what you have, ask them if you can mail them a brochure, you know, that's a great way to get in the door with them too. When you do a fundraiser, you want to keep it from 10 days to 2 weeks and not longer than 2 weeks. And you want to include 2 weekends in there. So you always want to start at like a Thursday, you go through 2 weekends and end it on a Monday, Tuesday. Because you always want those 2 weekends because that's when a lot more people get out and about with family or friends on the weekends. And also some people do like little incentives. They'll do like little gift cards or coffee or food cards and candy, depending on the group. And they keep a small percentage just for those incentives. But it's something that especially kids like to work for, and they have a little competition with each other. But remember, always label your candles. Some of the distributors put little candle care cards. They're not really sure how they're going to do it with the flat lids, but the bubble lids, they put right inside the bubble, little candle care card, and they make sure there are labels at the bottom. Also, custom labels. People, some distributors, when they do vendor events, they like to, that's what's nice about these, because they'll display some custom labels at their shows, like for, or a sponsor for a certain organization events, or business, they'll show the candle and people see that we can customize them for whatever group it is. So another thing is, I really wanted to talk about this trip for the top achievers. Now, when I was I didn't make the trip, and I tried, but I didn't get there, but I'm determined this time to do it. Because I thought, I'm never going to get these sales they want, and I'm never going to get this and that. But I'll tell you, the people that made this trip, they were focused, they worked hard. Almost every one of them had at least one fundraiser to pull that up. These trips is something that you can shoot for. Everything's paid for. And on this group, you'll see the different things you have to do to earn it. They're going to Montego Bay, Jamaica. And then you want to fill out your trip tracker, like how much PV you have each month and what your goal is. And you want to send this to, there was people that didn't think they'd make it, and they just kept trying. And there's a couple that came in just under the wire, and they made it. And it's people that are working full-time jobs, that have 7 kids, that are so busy, but they were able to get out there, share the business, and get a big fundraiser, even a couple smaller fundraisers in, to earn that extra volume in order to qualify. Now, what I like about this time, because I love sharing the business opportunity, that's my thing, and doing vendor events. But I don't get as much PV doing vendor events as I would fundraisers, right? So that's why I want to start getting into the fundraising. But this time they do have a sponsoring thing where, if you brought somebody in July, you're automatically going to get 300 toward their trip. If you go to a meeting, you're automatically going to get 500 toward the trip. If you were at Fling, you're going to get 1,000 toward the trip. So there's a lot of little places that you could pull from to try to get what you need to earn this trip. So it's a great way to set your goals, and it's a wonderful incentive just to get out there and start sharing and talking to people, not being afraid. You're going to have people say no thanks, and there's going to be, the more people you talk to, the more chances of you getting a sale or new distributor or new signups. So I rattled off a lot, and I know because Sonia's got things she wants to share too.
Oh, no, you did amazing, Allison, with everything that you bought. You covered everything really well. If anything, I just wanted to add how I felt going to Fling. This was my first trip to Fling and my first time in the state of Pennsylvania. And I got to meet you and Jeff, and I was so appreciative that you guys welcomed me right away, made me feel at home. Everybody did, actually. It was a very friendly atmosphere. And although there are teams, it wasn't cliquey at all. Everybody was willing to share information and talk to you on the side. And I really enjoyed that. And meeting Bob and Michael and Charlie and Mia, as well as Lisa and the people that I talk to sometimes when I call the office. That was really wonderful. And they were all down to earth and very friendly. And I think what I wanted to tell people is that by attending, I have to tell you, I got super excited and even wanted to do more in my business because it was so real to me. It was made more real seeing those leaders and everybody who are doing well with the business. So I came back and I could not rest. I got started on things like Allison had reached out to me a couple of times about something we were talking about before, and I was already doing a landing page and I'm getting my packets ready. I've ordered the trifolds, and I plan on doing what they mentioned at Fling, which is for custom labels. I want to get into more custom labels and fundraisers because I want to be in Montego Bay. I'm really thinking on that one. So I've been just putting together all my little thoughts and all the little things I learned that you talked about, Allison, and see where I can go. But I really, truly enjoyed it. And I really recommend that if anybody can go to Fling, that you should, because it's just gonna, like I've heard people say before, it's just gonna make you more excited about your business and what you can do, because you can see other people there doing it as well. And we even had some people who talked about how close they were to not making it to Fling because of finances or whatever, but they just made it happen and they were glad they did. So I just highly recommend going to Fling, meeting the people. Like I said, everybody was so approachable, so friendly, and sharing of information, and it just made me want to work that much harder. I'll put it that way. Okay.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mary Ellen, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, you know what? Can I ask you real quick? Can you go ahead and name off all of those that did attend? Can you give some recognition to those that did spend the time and money and effort to get to Fling so that we can recognize those? And before you do that, and I don't want to run out of time because we've probably got about 5-10-ish minutes left. I want to make sure that we acknowledge Allison's award of being the #1 spot
Yes.
in the company last.
Yes.
She
They're
has
at
worked
like 40.
so hard. She works every day on her business to share it. And so she has done a fantastic job. And I was so excited to see that. I know it's always a goal of hers to be in that top, but to be #1 was just fantastic. So I'm getting the message that we're kind of coming to the end. So Allison and Kasani, can you go ahead and name everybody that was there with you on the team?
Well, Mary Ellen and Dom were there, and it was such a pleasure to see you two again. And then Sue Harrington, she's still driving back to California. She drove out with her mother and her sister-in-law all the way from California, and she's still not back yet, but she's getting there. And then, of course, Casonia was there, and
Tracy
and John were there. Tracy's sick today too, so she couldn't get on.
Maureen and Scott were there.
Yeah, Maureen.
Yes.
Scott.
Maureen and Scott, yes.
Carol was there.
Yeah, Carol was there, and I'm sorry, my head's like a fog right now. Did I get everybody?
You got everybody.
I think so.
Yeah.
Mary Ellen, you got something to share real quick?
Not really. We won money.
How much did you win?
Yes, they did.
We won 300 from the drawing, and then we went.
That's right.
Then we went to the casino and won 100 and something, but it was still 100 and something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
everything was just, it was amazing. That,
Yeah.
and we're already signed up to go to Arizona. Do you believe that, Kathy?
Oh,
I'm gonna
yeah, I
go.
signed up for that too.
Me too. I'm ready.
Yeah, I went ahead and signed up for that too. And I
Good.
forgot when I did win 2 drawings. So I won a candle and I
Yes.
won and I won 100 Bella bucks as well.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, guys, I really want to make a very strong effort this year here to get more people to Fling and more
Mhm.
people to the top achievers. And I do think that the way to do that is through fundraising. So I think that we're kind of put together some challenges and some, accountabilities and the Facebook group about, how many fundraising letters have we sent out, and just kind of work as a team to keep each other accountable and motivated and get going on this. And just like last year, the day after Fling, I started saving money from my monthly check so that the time Fling came around, the finances aren't an issue. So we'll, go through that again on the group, that if we just start planning now for the, July Chandler event, we can all be there. And again, I apologize that I had to back out at the very last second there, but I plan on being there next year and hugging all of you. It's been a tough year for me, but next year it's going to be better. And I can't wait to get there and see you all. I appreciate you all. And especially Allison, when she steps up and takes on the team and does so much that I haven't been able to do. I appreciate her. I appreciate all of you that you went, because it is a commitment. It is money, but it's so worth it. And I just want you all to know how much I appreciate that you did take the effort to get there. And I know that your businesses are going to really excel from this. So, be sure to keep sharing in the group, the things that you learned, the things that you're implementing. That's the biggest thing, is not just to go and get excited, but now to implement. We've got all new exciting things and products and images, and let's work together as a team to, get to the top achievers trip, to get to Chandler, for Fling next year, so that we can all be together. I just appreciate you all so much. It's recording. I think we got it. It finally responded. So we'll get this up to the group. It does take a little while to kind of download it all, and then I'll get it up to the group later today for those to be able to watch it that weren't able to attend here. And I just really appreciate you all. Allison, any last things you want to say?
No, I really don't have anything more. I'm sorry I couldn't give you all the information. It was just so much. It was
a
so
lot.
much to bring back.
So writing, you did a whole fantastic
just the training and everything. And one thing they did at this Fling that I really loved is they had like 20 something people stand up from their table one at a time that wanted to share.
The
and
parade.
everybody gave a little tip of something they do personally that's helped them with their business. And it was so interesting to hear all these little things that everybody did. And I'm like, I'm writing things down. Oh, I'm going to do that. Like, it was just so much to even bring back. But I'm just glad to see those that came. And also, I hope next year we'll get more of our team members out to Arizona. And let's make it a goal to get out there.
Absolutely. Great. All right. Well, thank you for getting up early, especially you, those on the West Coast. Sandra, I know it's a little earlier there for you. So thank you for getting up and being on the call with us.
No worries.
For the recap. And we'll talk to you soon then in the group. So thank you, everyone.
Bye. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
joining us.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye.